Hi, Eric Wilson here, independent licensed mechanic with 30 years of experience. In the next short while, I'm going to show you the inside story on this 2019 Chevy Express, so you can make yourself an informed decision. Now, coming in on the front right tire, front left tire, you got about 40% tread of aggressive snow tires. Now, you're definitely going to need an alignment here, because if you see there's a bit of a cupping that's going on the inside tread here, okay, that's because of the alignment. So you definitely want to get an alignment on this thing if you're going to deal with that, if you're going to purchase the vehicle. Now, coming behind the front left tire, first thing I want to point out, this is the outer tie rod here. Now, this is the left outer tie rod. It's critical. It's the only thing that holds the wheels to the steering. It is tight. This is the left lower ball joint. That is tight. Critical. Holds the wheels to the chassis. This is the left upper ball joint, and it is tight as well. So it holds the wheel to the chassis as well. This is the left sway bar link. Now, it's important to be connected from there to there, and it's important because it dampens the sway when it goes around the corner. The left rear spring suspension, no cracks, no breaks that I can see. More importantly, inside there, that yellow shock there, that is full of oil. If it was leaking, you'd see it dripping all the way down there, and that is good and dry. So brake wise, now brakes, let me tell you where the brakes. Okay, on your front brakes, you got about 20,000 K left on your front brakes. So down, but definitely not out. Now, a shot of the bottom of the motor there, and that's the oil pan that you're looking at right there. See for yourself, good and dry. And if that's a leak point, if it was leaking, you'd see it all there. In fact, I'm not seeing any indication of leak under here at all. So very, very clean. Bottom of the subframe right there. The motor's right above it, and that's where it would be leaking to if it was going to leak at all there. So yeah, no, I'm not seeing any indication leaks here at all, which is good. Now, coming in on the right front tire, about 50% tread, and definitely need your alignment because you are cupping a little bit on the inside tread there, okay? So just be aware of that. Your outer tie rod here, that is tight, critical. The right lower ball joint is tight. The right outer tie rod is tight. The right upper ball joint is tight. Your spring suspension on the right front here is intact. Your shock, see for yourself, good and dry. That's important, full of oil. Your right sway bar link connected from there to there, intact, doing its job. Brakes about 30,000 K. Yeah, so down a bit, but definitely not out. And again, I'm not seeing any indication of leaks here at all. Very dry, very clean. The catalytic, which is one of two catalytic converters. Nothing wrong with it. Big problem though, people are cutting it out there. It's so easy. They just reach it to go cut, and they go, they get to the other side there and they cut, and you got yourself about a $1,500 repair. So if you buy, come to me, because I got the 3 for free, and I'll be protecting this cat from getting stolen. Now, the rear right tire, about 50% tread. Yeah, not too bad. Still got some meat left there. Your rear spring suspension, no cracks, no breaks. Your rear shock, good and dry. In fact, these look really recent actually. They don't look old at all. Your rear brakes, you've got about 10,000 K down, but definitely not out. Okay, so, and now this right here, this is the leak point right here. If it was going to leak, you'd see it right here. It's coming where the diff is, good and dry. Another leak point right here where the drive shaft comes out of the axle here, good and dry. So brake wise, leak wise, suspension wise, I'm not seeing anything of any issue on the rear right. Okay, on the rear left shock, good and dry. Rear left wheel inside here, a leak point right here, good and dry. Bottom of the diff, good and dry. Brakes, about 10,000 K, down but not out. Rear left spring suspension, no cracks, no breaks. Good spare tire. Yeah, it comes in handy. Okay, a little hard to read here, but yeah, no powertrain diagnostic trouble codes present, which is a good sign. There's no check engine lights. You definitely need yourself a windshield. That one is cracked pretty solid there. Okay, and your dash looking clean. Your miles, let's see what you got here for miles. Okay, Okay, hang on here. Okay, 320, 800. So miles are up there, but as far as I can tell, this thing has been well maintained. Shot of the motor running. Yeah, with the motor running. Very clean. That is water, by the way. Every single, doesn't matter what vehicle you're running, all produce water. But that is, that's normal, but very clean in exhaust. Now, one thing I always do is I take off the oil cap, and I take a look underneath it, and I look for any kind of sign of white goo. Now, white goo would be a mixture of oil and antifreeze, which is a big problem. I call it head gasket and walk away. I don't see any indication of that. In fact, I don't. Okay, the only issues I find with this vehicle is you're going to need an alignment. You're going to need an alignment. $150. You're going to need a windshield, whatever that runs you, probably 200, 250 kind of thing. Other than that, I'm really not seeing anything of any concern. And as far as I can tell, this thing has been well maintained. But hopefully this will help you make an informed decision. And remember, if you buy, contact me for the 3 for free. Have a good one.